Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We're going to get through this.
Floyd Mayweather is facing the most devastating financial crisis of his entire career. And what is happening behind the scenes has left the boxing legend allegedly in complete meltdown mode. Sources close to the situation suggest that Netflix is reportedly moving aggressively to seize Mayweather's assets, including his prized gym franchise empire, as collateral for the massive $100 million penalty he faces for breaching his contract with Manny Pacquiao.
Anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling.
The undefeated champion who built his entire persona around being Money Mayweather is now allegedly watching his business empire crumble right before his eyes, with insiders claiming he has been experiencing emotional breakdowns as the financial walls close in around him.
Today, to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
According to reports from multiple sources, Mayweather signed 3 separate contracts with Netflix and Pacquiao's promotion team, took millions of dollars in advance payments, and then publicly tried to change the terms by claiming the September 19th Sphere fight would be just an exhibition instead of a real professional bout.
Sphere is one of the places that they talked about, so we don't know if it's 100% going to be there, and this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay. Jazz Mather, CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, confirmed to ESPN that Mayweather is officially in breach of contract and stated, "As of right now, the fight is still on. There is no termination of any sort and he has signed for a professional fight." Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of his contract.
Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one.
The CEO did not mince words when discussing the financial consequences, telling the Las Vegas Review-Journal, "There is a massive penalty. There are going to be damages, and those damages, they are quite substantial. It is 8 to 9-figure damages." This means Mayweather could be facing anywhere from $100 million to $900 million in damages if he continues claiming the fight is just an exhibition when the contracts allegedly state it is a professional bout that puts his perfect 50-0 record on the line.
It is booked as a professional fight, not as an exhibition. It was never booked as an exhibition, which makes sense because Netflix got behind it, and I would assume that they would not want an exhibition. We said the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, we said that this fight has to be a real fight and not an exhibition because 1, Netflix is involved, 2, Manny Pacquiao wants that get back.
However, what is even more shocking is how Netflix is reportedly responding to Mayweather's breach and the devastating impact this is allegedly having on his gym franchise business that bears his name. But before we dive into the Netflix situation, Manny Pacquiao himself made explosive statements revealing how he trapped Mayweather into this contract. Pacquiao told Boxing Scene's Lance Pugmire, "I know he understands that the contract he signed is for a real fight. That is how he received the advances from Netflix. There is no reason to cancel it. If he does, that is his right. But he will face many problems with Netflix, MP Promotions, and so on. That is why for this fight, I made sure he signed first based on my past experience." This reveals that Pacquiao learned from their previous negotiations and made sure to get Mayweather's signature on binding contracts before any money changed hands this time.
Saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or not.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Pacquiao also confirmed that Mayweather has already received substantial advance payments from Netflix. He stated directly he signed a real fight and he got his advance, so there is no reason to make excuses.
You know, that proposed of exhibition that was long time ago, year after our first fight, but I didn't agree, and then I want a real fight. So he signed what I signed. He signed a real fight, and I signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So There's no reason to make excuses of that.
Journalist Lance Pugmire revealed on Boxing Scene today that the advance payments are staggering. Pugmire disclosed Netflix has given Floyd Mayweather some financial advances, and we are talking millions of dollars. He said, "I do not know exactly, but when I threw out a figure."
If this is all true, then he absolutely is in breach of contract, and he's trying to scam Netflix, of all people. Floyd, we know, is a serial scammer at this point, with the cryptocurrencies, with the Logan Paul fight.
The situation gets even more complicated when you examine the specific contracts that Mayweather allegedly signed. According to Mather's detailed account to ESPN, Mayweather signed 3 separate agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties. Mather explained to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the first was signed on October 24, 2025, the second on November 6, the third on December 14. All 3 were eventually merged together in January 2026. Mayweather received money upon signing each one. This shows that Mayweather was actively signing multiple binding contracts over a 3-month period and collecting deposits at each stage. But it gets even worse for Mayweather's legal position. Mather revealed he did get deposits, and then he also took a loan against the purse. So this is beyond just getting a deposit from the fight contract. This means Mayweather took out an advanced loan against his guaranteed purse for the Pacquiao fight, which legally binds him even more tightly since he has already spent money he has not technically earned yet.
Your boy Mayweather, talking about, he thought that this fight that he had with Pacquiao was an exhibition. He took an advance pay for 3 fights.
Right.
And now they're saying he's in breach of contract because he said that.
Sources suggest this loan arrangement makes it nearly impossible for Mayweather to simply walk away without facing catastrophic financial consequences. Mather emphasized the ironclad documentation they have. He stated to ESPN, "No one in these last 3 months has brought up anything related to the venue or related to the fight not being a professional fight. His team has had all the contracts. He signed all the contracts. We have the DocuSign proofs as well as wet signatures with his device ID, with his IP address, with everything there." This level of documentation makes it virtually impossible for Mayweather to claim he did not know what he was signing. The most shocking development involves what is allegedly happening to Mayweather's gym franchise empire as Netflix moves to protect their financial interests. Sources close to the negotiations claim that Netflix has allegedly begun exploring legal options to seize Mayweather's business assets as collateral to guarantee payment of the massive penalty. Mayweather Boxing Plus Fitness, the gym franchise with locations across the United States, is reportedly one of the primary assets that could be targeted in any asset seizure proceedings. The timing could not be worse because his gym franchise is already facing multiple lawsuits and serious financial problems. According to TMZ Sports reporting from May 2025, Mayweather's legal team sent a threatening letter to Mayweather Fitness demanding documents and threatening to sue for fraud, misappropriation of likeness, breach of contract, and defamation. The letter stated, "Mr. Mayweather has not participated in the management, operations, or strategic oversight of Mayweather Fitness. Despite his limited involvement as a brand ambassador, your organizations have continually and improperly exploited his name, image, and likeness for financial gain while simultaneously embroiling him in lawsuits and negative press." But the gym problems go much deeper because
Plum is a cheap ice, but I didn't probably use this. Okay.
Money team has no money.
All right.
The money team has
HR Grapevine USA reported in April 2025 that workers at the Los Angeles Highland Avenue location staged a protest on December 31, 2024, claiming they were owed weeks in unpaid wages and the gym was set to close. One employee told reporters, "We do not know if he is aware or not. I was told that we cannot tell him. I cannot tell him that our studio is closing and he was here 2 weeks ago. We have been silenced." The gym franchise has seen dozens of locations close over the past year. In May 2024, a Mayweather Fitness location in Elk Grove, Sacramento, was forced to close after the landlord sued the company for $30,000 in unpaid rent. Sources suggest that if Netflix moves forward with asset seizure proceedings, the entire Mayweather fitness franchise operation could be placed under receivership or sold to satisfy the debt. This would be absolutely devastating for Mayweather's legacy, essentially stripping his name from the gyms and transferring control to Netflix as payment for his breach of contract. What makes this situation even more catastrophic is that Mayweather is simultaneously facing financial pressure from multiple directions. The Hollywood Reporter revealed in February 2026 that Mayweather filed a massive $340 million lawsuit against Showtime Networks and former Showtime Sports president Steven Espinoza, alleging they participated in a years-long scheme of financial fraud orchestrated by his former manager, Al Heyman. The lawsuit claims that instead of paying Mayweather directly, Showtime wired his fight earnings to accounts controlled by Heyman, who then allegedly stole vast sums through hidden accounts and unauthorized transactions. Mayweather is seeking at least $340 million, claiming he is missing that amount from his reported $1.2 billion in career earnings. This suggests that despite earning over $1 billion, Mayweather may actually be in serious financial distress due to alleged theft and mismanagement.
Person with 20 million followers, but may not have 20 million in their bank account. So I choose fortune over fame.
But the financial pressure does not stop there. Hot 97 reported just yesterday that the Internal Revenue Service has placed a $7.3 million tax lien on Mayweather, giving the government authority to seize his assets until the debt is cleared. The lien cites unpaid taxes from 2018 and 2023.
But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks.
Additionally, the Miami New Times reported in July 2025 that TB Aviation LLC, which Mayweather manages, is being sued by Associated Energy Group for more than $136,000 in unpaid aviation fuel bills. Sources also confirm that two Miami jewelers have filed lawsuits claiming Mayweather owes millions for watches and jewelry, with one jeweler alleging he paid only $300,000 toward a $1.675 million balance. All of these financial pressures combined paint a picture of a man who, despite earning over $1 billion, is allegedly struggling to meet basic financial obligations.
Everybody claiming that I'm not that sharp and I'm not that smart, then why should I give you guys my business plan? Why should I reveal my business plan? It's obvious if I've been a multi-millionaire and made over $1 billion by the time I was 40, I think I made over $1.2 billion with no endorsement deals. Independent.
The most dramatic subplot involves what is happening in Hollywood, where Manny Pacquiao has reportedly taken over a gym space that was once associated with Floyd Mayweather. NBC Los Angeles reported 2 days ago that Pacquiao walked through a boxing gym in Hollywood that once bore Mayweather's branding, noting that Mayweather's image would soon be taken down. The space is being rebranded as Pacquiao Prime Boxing and is set to open this summer. The timing of this takeover carries enormous symbolic weight and appears to be Pacquiao sending a message to his rival. During a media session at the gym, Pacquiao stood directly in front of a massive image of Mayweather and addressed the contract breach. Pacquiao stated, "What we signed is a real fight. I know that he knows what he signed. We signed both and I hope he honors it." Mather warned, "There are consequences that come with that. It is really like Floyd saying the car is black, but really the car is white. This is a black and white situation. It is 100% a pro fight." Mather also hinted that confidential materials might become public if the dispute escalates. The boxing community's reaction has been explosive. One fan wrote, "Floyd spent 20 years telling us he is smarter than everyone about money, and now he's getting sued by the IRS, Netflix, his own gym, jewelers, his jet fuel company, and Showtime all at the same time." Another commented, "He made over $1 billion, and somehow he is broke enough to not pay his gym employees or his jet fuel bills. This is insane."
He should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
And it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money is gone, trust me.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Combat Motive and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.